Well, hello Bassholes, this is Wellman. I'm here to speak on a little bit of finesse fishing for you. We're talking about the Wacky rig. There's many ways you can do it. You can use baits, like a 6-inch stick bait, Cinco style baits. This is a 6-inch to dolly tackle finesse worm. Green pumpkin is the color. I like to use this on an iRod. It's called a Fred's Finesse stick. It's got a little bit of a flex to it, a lot of backbone. I like the spinning rod, especially here at Lake Murray, where I'm skipping this under docks. A bait caster, I tend to backlash a little bit more often than a spinning rod, and I'm really accurate with spinning rod. I've used them my whole life. I like to use a 10-pound braided line, this McCoy braid, and I've got a 10-pound McCoy fluorocarbon leader on here, and I'll do it 7 to 8, 9 feet long, give or take a little bit. Usually I'll start about 8, 9 feet, and that gives you a little bit of room to retie if you get some frayed, some nick spots, and that way you don't have to re-put on a new leader all the time. I take this worm, and I've got it rigged on a #1 owner mosquito hook. You can use a hook that's got like a weed guard on it that'll keep you from getting snagged up if you're throwing a whack worm around some grass or some bushes. But here I was throwing around docks. Here along a lot of these docks, especially in clear water, these fish suspend up underneath the docks. I can actually look up underneath the docks and see a 4-pounder sitting up underneath of it in 15, 18 feet of water. Most people think they're down on the bottom, but on a nice sunny day, they'll come right up on top and you can see them. I'll take this finesse worm and I'll skip it up underneath that dock to where his home is, and I'll shake it a little bit, get his attention. He'll come on over to it, and I might shake it a little bit. I might just let it fall dead on slack line. It depends. You gotta let the fish tell you what they really want, if they want a little bit of movement or they want it just dead sticked. But it's a really great tactic for suspended fish, especially around docks, or any time you're in shallow water and you're having a tough time getting the bites and you know that the fish are there. It's just a good way to put some fish in the boat when it counts. I mean, this week I've caught some 3s and 4s, some quality fish on this little itty bitty worm with this little hook. I like to keep it exposed like that. It gives me really good hook sets when that fish eats it. I mean, you can see all that hook that's sticking out, and it really just penetrates real easy. And the braid helps a lot. The braid is nice because you can adjust your leader size. If you're in gin clear water where you can see down 15, 20 feet, you might want to go to like an 8-pound. Here I can see down about 8, 9 feet, so I'm going to a 10-pound leader. I like to go as heavy as I can get away with without spooking the fish. Whereas if you're, in a lake that you can see down 2 or 3 feet, you might want to go to like a 15-pounder, especially if you're on a lot of bushes, so you can put a little bit more muscle to those fish and get them out of that cover, and then you can take your time and let the drag do its work. So it's just a good way to put fish in the boat when fishing gets tough. Don't overlook it on catching some big quality fish. I mean, I've caught numerous 6 and 7 pounders on little bitty worms like that. It's a pretty amazing little deal.